I will not comply. And we can't ever bow down as men. It's our duty to protect the life of the innocent. As God is my witness, I will always do that if I'm ever put in a situation where I have to exert my aggression and I have to defend the lives of other people. We can never bow down to these woke, unconstitutional laws.
Guys, we don't have a democracy. We do not have a democracy. But yet what do you hear all of the moonbats saying is we need to protect our democracy. Rah! Protect our democracy. We don't even have one. We're a constitutional republic if we can keep it. And I'm going to tell you about a bill that I just got literally 40 minutes ago. A notification from a friend of mine in the state of Washington who told me that this is going to come out of, going to hit the governor's office, the governor's desk literally any day now. The session is coming to a close in Washington, and the governor is a left-wing moonbat, and he called for this bill. So he's going to sign this bill. The AG called for this bill several times in the last couple of years, and it's going to pass in Washington. So I want you to know what they're going after in Washington. I originally talked about this when it was first proposed, and I told you they had the votes then. They have the votes now. Usually I'd say call your senators and reps, but it's going to pass. It's just such a Democrat-controlled area, thanks to a couple crazy blue cities. But the state of Washington is about to ban everything. Here's the bill. It's HB 1240. And it's their so-called assault weapon ban. However, guys and gals, they're banning a lot more than that. I'm going to go over just a little bit. I'm not going to read this whole thing. I'm going to show you some things that should get you pissed off, should infuriate you, and hopefully light that fire of liberty back inside of you so that you can do that to other people. Because, guys, enough is enough. Check this bill out. Now, it starts with an absolute sob story of made-up bullshit. But we'll start with the first paragraph. It says, the legislature finds and declares that gun violence is a threat to the public health and safety of Washingtonians. People in Washington. Assault weapons are civilian versions of weapons created for the military and are designed to kill humans quickly and efficiently. For this reason, the legislature finds that assault weapons are like M16 rifles, and thus are weapons most useful in military service. Now, the rest of it is pulling on the heartstrings, but this is black and white text telling you that the state of Washington is going to go against the United States Constitution, go against the United States Supreme Court and their decisions, and they're going to tell you what you can do, what you can have, because something's like something else.
And AR-15
well,
is
this
not.
is like tyranny.
Oh,
so therefore
goodness.
It is tyranny. And it should be fought and pushed back at every chance we get. And I want to show you some things that this bans because they list, I think it's 65 items when I counted it a couple days ago. 65 items, but those items are vast. Each one of those items is a vast category of hundreds and thousands of individual guns made by other companies, styles, tweaks, colors, features. And they all fall under that section. Thus, they are all banned when this goes into effect. Here's the list. You can pause it at any time. I'll just tell you some quick features on it. AK-47s in all forms, AK-74s, AR-15s, M16s, M4s, Barrett 50 cals, Bushmaster ACRs, XM15s.
I want y'all to look at this list. Go back and look at this list. And somebody please tell me, do your due diligence. Have any of these weapons, Barrett 50 cals, that's a sniper rifle, a Galil, any of these weapons, are these used for mass shootings? No, not at all. These are automatic weapons. A lot of these, not a Barrett 50 cal, obviously, but that's a giant bullet. A 50, come on now. Like, people aren't just posted up and walking in, just wielding a Barrett 50 cal or a Galil or any of these things. These are mostly done with handguns. And when they're not, like in the case of the Nashville shooting and lots of other ones, an AR-15 is not an automatic weapon. It's an Armalite rifle, not an assault rifle, not a just full send, empty the clip. No, manual trigger finger, just like a handgun. Similar. The only difference is the caliber. A 9mm, you can use a 44 Magnum, you can use a 5.56, 223, 300 Blackout, and an AR-15. But At the end of the day, it's semi-automatic. It can only go as fast as the shooter manually can pull that trigger. It's the heart of the people that is evil. It's those people that need help. The guns don't need help. Those are tools. People can walk up in with a hammer, a screwdriver, a drill, a can of paint. That you could probably kill somebody with a loaf of bread in this day and age. You could take the sack and do all sorts of crazy. People are going to do evil things. If they want to do evil things, a gun taking that out of the hands of innocent people is not going to stop that. But I'll get more in depth on that later. This list right here is absolutely ridiculous. They're trying to scare people. That's it. It's a scare tactic.
Springfield Armory, M1As, M&P 15s, and of course, Uzis. Now, even though they have that list, there's more stuff they want to ban. And this is bad because a lot of it is like a single part banned because you have it. And this, of course, the tyrants are tyranting. It's not going to apply to law enforcement or military in their state at all. You can't have them. You can still possess them. There's a grandfather period, which all the FUDs right now are rejoicing. Woo, I can keep mine. Don't care about anybody else. Because F America. Well, FUDs, get your head out of your you-know-what or get on the train because they're loading it up. It's time for everybody to pull together and realize exactly what's going on. Also to be banned, semi-automatic rifles that are less than 30 inches in overall length. That's your SBRs, guys and gals. A conversion kit, a part, or a combination of parts from which one of these guns can be assembled or from which a firearm can be converted into one of these weapons if those parts are in the possession or under control of the same person. If it's a semi-automatic centerfire rifle that has a capacity to accept a detachable magazine and has any one or more of these following features: a grip, like I said, that's independent or detached from the stock, a thumbhole stock, folding or telescoping stock, a forward grip, a flash suppressor, a silencer, a suppressor of any kind, a flash eliminator, a muzzle brake, a threaded barrel, just the barrel itself, a shroud to keep you from burning your hand. That's a forearm, unless it's, the piece of wood or fiberglass that extends all the way to your shoulder. Well, Jared, what about the fixed magazine workaround that people have thought up over the years? Well, if it has a fixed magazine with a capacity to accept more than 10 rounds, well, that's illegal too. Well, they're just going after rifles. At least we have our pistols, right, Fuddles?
Nope.
Wrong. How about a semi-automatic pistol that has a capacity to accept a detachable magazine? There's one more of the following: a threaded barrel, a second hand grip, a shroud that inserts so you don't burn yourself. The capacity, just the capacity to accept a detachable magazine somewhere else other than the pistol grip. I don't know, like bullpups. Well, then, just like Joe Biden said, get a shotgun. Nope. Any semi-automatic shotgun that has the following: folding or telescoping stock, a pistol grip. So all your pistol grip shotguns, gone. Well, California, what if we just attach a fin? Nope. Not on shotguns, not on rifles,
they done
not
thought
on
of everything to take
pistols that are shorter than 30 inches.
Wow.
What about a shotgun that I take out for competition that, holds 8 rounds because of that barrel extension? Nope. That's now an assault shotgun.
An assault shotgun?
And it keeps going. Guys and gals, this is
That's
terrible.
not even a thing.
Horrible. It's coming at a time when we've had many landmark decisions by the Supreme Court reaffirming what the founders of this country have died for, have spilled their blood for, gave up their fortunes, in some points had to leave their families and were hunted down. And this is what Washington is doing. It's not good. I won't be serious with you. It's not good. It's coming. And it's going to be signed by the governor. Now, I know there will be lawsuits. I know they're going to lose. But that takes time. So in the meantime, if you're hunting for an item that you think you'll be proficient at, or hunting for an item you wish to become proficient at, do it now. Do it now.
That should tick you off. That should really get on your last nerve and be alarming to you. If it's not, you need to wake up. You need to come up out of bed, come up out of the closet that you've been hiding in and the rock you've been living under, and look at what they're doing. This is not about keeping people safe. It's about keeping people controlled, trying to puppet us around and have overbearing, over dominance on us and being able to dictate our every single move because they say so. They don't want freedom. They don't actually care about freedom. They don't care about true American values that this country was established and founded upon. These people done lost their simple minds. They are nuts. They're off the rocker. They are absolutely insane. And we as Americans, the patriots that I know that you and I are, we have to stand together, band together and fight against this tyranny. This is not what our brave men and women have died for and sacrificed time and time again for our rights. You need to be prepared. Just in case, you need to keep that Second Amendment strong. That's your constitutional right to bear arms. Just like my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ said in Luke 22, verse 36, let the one who has no sword sell his cloak and buy one. We're in modern times. Our weapon of choice is not a sword anymore. You're not whipping out that King Arthur sword and flailing that thing around trying to slice and dice. No, we are strapped 9mm, 22 if that's all you got. I mean, you could do damage with a 22, but you have to have that firearm capable, ready to pop off if it ever needs to be. Exodus 22 verse 2 says, if a thief is caught in the act of breaking in and he is beaten to death, no one is guilty of bloodshed. So don't feel guilty. They chose to take that route. They chose to make it hostile, to make it a situation of turmoil and of life or death. And if you don't take out their life, they're going to take out your life, somebody else's life, and you don't know how much chaos that they are ready to unleash on society. So if you don't take them out, I mean, how you going to face God at the end of the day? How you going to face judgment day and say, I would bet my bottom dollar that God is going to allow you into heaven. If you have confessed Christ as Lord and Savior and you died, or you've taken the life of somebody who his intent was to do harm, I think you're going to be okay. Or at least I'll test it. I'll test it. I'll risk it all to protect the life of my loved ones and innocent people all around. Psalm 82 verse 4 says, rescue the poor and needy. Save them from the power of the wicked. You don't know what situation you're going to be placed into, how you're going to have to save them. If it has to be a gun, it has to be a gun. Somebody could come in with a can of paint, with a hammer, with a screwdriver, with something you couldn't even imagine could do harm. They can come in, run you over with a truck, take this camera lens, hit you upside. You don't know what people are capable of. They can do harm and evil and commit murder with darn near anything, with their bare hands, with a rock like David and Goliath. You don't know what they are able to do. You got to be ready. We as Americans, we have to defend our constitutional rights by any means necessary. But that's all I got for today. Y'all let me know what you think and what you're going to be doing about this situation down below in the comment section. Let's keep this conversation rolling. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you're not already, ring that notification bell so you get notified anytime I post a video. And, feel free to share this video as always. The algorithm is always working against Christian values. So definitely get this out in front of the public so they can see what real truth looks like, not just this perceived fake of this world truth. But outside of that, if you want to support the channel, you like what I'm doing over here, you can always get awesome designs like this Isaiah 41:10 made by my lovely wife over on her Etsy store. She also has insulated tumblers like this Soldiers of America one right here, many other Christian American designs, petite small designs to big and hefty 5Xs. We got everything you would like over there, linked in the description section down below. Big thank you to my Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee members. Y'all know I love you. You putting your hard-earned money behind me, I am forever grateful. I can't even put it into words how much you guys mean to me and just allowing me to monetarily support my family when YouTube may demonetize videos or whatever it may be. But if YouTube takes us down, I'll be over on Rumble, so make sure you're following me over there as well. But until next time, I love you. Godspeed. I'm gone.